the good life, full of fun.
Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Another exciting day in my kitchen. What are we gonna make? You know, you get those hot summer days and you're like, wow, I'm hungry, I want something to eat, but I want it light and crisp and something that's like even good for you, but you feel good about eating it and it tastes absolutely phenomenal. It's like just a phenomenal experience in your mouth that has the flavor of Old Italy, maybe a little glass of white wine on the side. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about a grilled chicken summer salad, and this thing is just absolutely awesome. It's got the influence of Old Italy, some America in it, and a little Joe Borio, forget about it, if you know what I'm talking about. So let me share some ingredients with you. It's fun, it's easy, it's fast, and it's something that you can make, like I said, on just a hot summer day, which it is right here in Casanova, New York. So one, we're gonna start with our salad, okay? And what I did here is I did arugula and I did spinach. So I've got raw arugula and spinach, and I did a 1/4 pound, give or take, of each. So about 4 to 5 ounces of each that I've got in here. Okay, cleaned, ready to go. Okay, just out of the refrigerator. All right, so that's gonna be our green, if you will, of the salad, all right? And some grilled chicken. Now, just for a time saver here, I went ahead and I grilled the chicken. So I took a 1/2 pound of chicken and I put it in a marinade of olive oil, salt, pepper, a little bit of balsamic, just a little bit of rosemary and a little bit of thyme, because we're gonna use that in the dressing as well. Let it marinate for a few hours, minimal, overnight would be great. And then I just grilled it here in the kitchen, okay? So I've got some grilled chicken marinated, absolutely delicious, all right? I'm gonna put oranges. Now I got 2 full, if you will, clementines here for you, okay? And then I've got about 1/3 of a cup of sliced almonds. And then I toasted some bread here just for a little bit of an accent on the side of the salad, okay? So that's essentially gonna be the meat of the salad, and then I wanna make the dressing of the salad. So what I've got there is about 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. Now, it's tough sometimes to find a really good olive oil. I'm trying to think of a good quality. I know one. It's called Vito and Joe's extra virgin olive oil. That's right, it's my plug. You gotta put up with it. But I own a farm in Italy. It's an olive grove. We make our own olive oil. You guys can grab it right on our Facebook. You can get it right on our website, Cooking Italian with Joe, or you guys can go right on Amazon.com, punch in Vito and Joe's extra virgin olive oil. We've got a liter size and a 1/2 liter size. We drop ship it right to your house. I'm telling you right now, one of the best olive oils you will ever have in your life. It's grassy, earthy, peppery, comes all from Italian olives, all from Italy, all right from the Puglia region. Absolutely delicious. So we're gonna use, like I said, about 1/3 of a cup of extra virgin Vito and Joe's Italian olive oil, and then we're gonna use about 5 tablespoons of some Italian balsamic vinegar, all right? So we will mix those together, but before we do, for our dressing, I got about 4 stems here of thyme, and then I've got about 4 sprigs of rosemary. When I say sprigs, just a little bit of buds, okay? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a clove of garlic with the rosemary, with the thyme, with some salt and pepper. We're gonna get her cranking here in the mortar and pestle old-fashioned way. You know, when somebody comes in, you can splash water on your face, make it look like you're working really hard, having some fun in the kitchen. And then you're gonna mix all that in with a nice fresh whole lemon, juice of a whole lemon, and you're gonna just drizzle that over the top with the grilled chicken. Oh, unbelievable. It's gonna be absolutely delicious, okay? So let's get started. So I've got my garlic, mortar and pestle, okay? So I'm gonna drop my garlic right in there. So you're just gonna want 1 clove of garlic, because you know, you start smashing this thing, it's gonna start to really give you some really good flavor, but it can kick it out a little too much, okay? So no more than a clove. And then what I like to do is on the rosemary, oh my God, you guys just love the flavor and the smell of rosemary. It's the best. And nothing goes better with chicken than rosemary and lemon, I'll tell you. It's great. So I just pull out, you know, if there's any little stem, if you guys can see that, okay? So I'm gonna put the rosemary in here. This is gonna be just a great, you can use this dressing for, you know, any salad. It doesn't have to be for this one. And then I'm gonna go with my thyme. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull one of these off, right, or 2 of these off, and see the cute little leaves? Isn't that really cute? It's awesome, right? So I'm gonna take that and I wanna go against the growth of the leaf, okay? And I'm gonna pull all those in there. All right, guys, we got our mortar and pestle. So I'm gonna start pounding this baby together. We're gonna make some deliciousness, all right? All right, so you're gonna just start hammering that. So you get your mortar and pestle, you got your, I'll tell you, the smell in here, the rosemary is unbelievable. So I'm just gonna start hitting that in there. Now I like to add that salt and pepper right now. So normally I'd leave my mallet in there, but I'm gonna hit it with some pepper. Okay, and you're gonna wanna use maybe a half of a teaspoon at most, and you're gonna wanna use all of that, if not a little bit more. Now I like the salt, see how coarse it is? And that'll actually help you when you're putting this thing together. So you got about a half of a tablespoon of salt. And now you're just gonna hammer it. So this is gonna take a few minutes, but you wanna make a paste. You wanna make a paste out of that before you add anything else, okay? So I'm just gonna keep hammering it. So guys, see how that is just a paste now? There isn't even a leaf left, and that's where you want it. You gotta get it almost to where you're making a pesto, almost to where the consistency of the pesto is. You got a beautiful paste, all right? So I'm gonna take my lemon, put it in my press, right? And I'm gonna give it a good squeeze. And then once I squeeze it in there, now I'm gonna mix everything up. So see how it's giving you just a beautiful mix. So go along the side. Oh, I tell you, the smell in here is unbelievable. So I've got my salt, I got my pepper. I'm gonna mix my balsamic in there. And now I'm gonna mix my olive oil in there. Perfect. Look at that, is that delicious? I'll tell you, that dressing is good stuff. And it's so aromatic, it just fills the whole kitchen with that. Great stuff. All right, so now I've got my oranges, right? So simply put, I'm gonna cut these clementines and I'm gonna quarter them, essentially quarter the clementine. All right, and then I gotta peel them, right? So you're gonna quarter them and then peel them, and then I cut them even smaller. I just like what I call fork ready, you know what I mean? So you're not fighting with a big, huge piece of, you know, orange or clementine or chicken or whatever. So, all right guys, I've got the oranges. See how I got those clementines? So I'm gonna just give them that extra cut. Okay guys, last item here that I wanna set up is my chicken. So one of the nice things now, I like to cut it just so I can prep it on a plate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut some to mix in the salad, and then I'm gonna cut a few for the top presentation. So guys, you just wanna cut it nice and thin. See how nice and thin that is? And across. And it's just such a nice presentation for the top. So you'll fan it, you know, and there's different ways you can do it, okay? And now to cut it for the inside of the salad, I'm gonna do something similar, and it's breaking apart here a little bit. I'll tell you, the chicken came out just perfect. But I'm gonna cut it this way, okay? And then, same thing, I had a little piece left over from one of the other slices, okay? And then I'm gonna turn it, if you will, this way, and then I'm gonna cut it across. All right, guys, you ready? All right, I'm running out of room. This thing is so much fun. All right, so now essentially what I've got is I've got my spinach and arugula, all right? So I'm just gonna do just a kind of a quick mix here, okay? And I'll tell you the smell, just the smell of the, you know, the arugula for me, it's that peppery, herby, man, that is just good stuff. You know, and I got the oranges off to the side here. So now I'm gonna take my oranges, all right, and I'm just gonna go ahead, and mix those in, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my almonds, okay? I'm gonna hit those across, all right? Same thing, I'm gonna give it a mix with my hands. They're clean, trust me, okay? And then I'm gonna take my chicken, okay, the smaller bits of chicken, not the display, and I'm gonna mix that in there, okay? So I've got my oranges, and I'll tell you, just the smell alone in here is just, oh my God, it's absolutely delicious, you know? All right, so now I'm gonna take some salt and pepper, right? Just hit it just a little bit, even though I know I have some in the dressing, okay? And I'm gonna hit my salt. And this is nice and cold. It's crisp and cold and fresh and just absolutely delicious. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of dressing on it, just a little bit to mix it, and then I'm gonna put a little bit on it when I serve it. All right, so now I'm taking this awesome dressing. That's good, I'm telling you. Aren't these cute? Kind of like, you know, I guess if I could do something like that. No, I guess I can't, but. All right, so now I'm gonna give it a nice mix. Okay guys, so that's essentially table ready, and then just for the presentation of the table, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fan out some grilled chicken here. Favorite time, mangiare. So I'm gonna take a nice scoop here, maybe just a little bit more. Chef can take as much as they want. I don't know if you guys know that, okay? So, and I want it to look nice, so I'm gonna take one of my pieces of bread, right? And then I'm gonna put, you know, maybe 1 or 2 pieces of chicken, you know, on the top, just to give it a nice look. Doesn't that look fantastic? Then what I like to do is just take a little bit, not a lot, no more than a tablespoon for sure, and just a nice drizzle over the top, you know, just to give it that finished top, you know. So we've got our chicken. So I want the perfect bite. So I want some of my chicken. I got to get one of my clementines in there, and it's got almonds. Oh my God, just spinach. I want some arugula. Oh my God, that smells good. It smells bright and crisp. Olive oil, salt, pepper, and the chicken marinated so tender. Oh my God, you know. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that garlic bread, right? I can just smell that. Oh my God. I'm going to take that with a little Pellegrino or maybe some white wine. Bambino Bianco. Oh my God. Guys, I'm telling you, that was delicious. I had to shut the camera off for a minute because I had like lettuce and everything stuck all over my teeth. Let me tell you something, that is the money. That is absolutely delicious. That is one of those salads that you'll make every summer several times and people are gonna love and say, wow, can I have the recipe? And you're gonna go, oh, it's so simple, it's so easy. Just go to Cooking Italian with Joe. He's like the world's greatest Italian chef you've ever seen on TV. It's unbelievable. But great, light, crisp, fun, easy. Guys, thanks so much for joining me in my kitchen. Spend some time with your family. Certainly celebrate your heritage. Set some new traditions. Have some fun in the kitchen. Guys, until next week, bon appetito.